What was supposed to be a night of celebration turned into disaster after 4 friends who were all drunk left the bar in the city without a designated driver. Designate a driver. Don't drink and drive.
This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Wednesday, the 4th day of September in the year 2024. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting, and here's what we're tracking tonight. The National Defense Institute was launched today as part of an effort by the Guyana government to further protect Guyana's national interests while safeguarding the region against various threats. At the launching of the Defense Institute, President Irfan Ali said the institute will be linked to the regional security system and will serve as an academic research institution, producing action plans and analysis of threats and challenges facing the region.
The National Defense Institute is a regional institute, and within a short time period, we want this to be the premier intelligence, defense, security agency in the region. We want this institute to be the institute that will be training all our strategic thinkers in defense and security.
The National Defense University in Washington and the Perry J. Center for Hemispheric Studies will be the institute's strategic and academic partners. The president said the National Defense Institute will also offer strategic courses that are designed to help persons in decision-making to guard against various threats that the country will confront. The immediate agenda is to have a diplomatic survey done to help the country to understand regional threat and challenges. President Ali said the region has been faced with the threats of gangs, which can destabilize economies. He said the institute will play a critical role to help the country deter such threats.
The threats are no longer confined to traditional threats. They now incorporate a range of threats capable of undermining our sovereignty and national security. The threats we face today are not limited to the conventional challenges of border disputes and territorial incursions.
And Chief of Defense Staff of the Guyana Defense Force, Brigadier Omar Khan, said the institute will prioritize training and development of leaders in cybersecurity and other critical areas, noting that it will also play a pivotal role in security and development.
Such an institute nurtures the intellectual and operational capabilities of all our national resources, serving as a beacon for strategic thought and action to support national development. The Defense Institute, therefore, is an integral component of the ecosystem of national development.
The director of the National Defense Institute, Dr. Randy Prasad, said programs that will be offered will cover a number of areas, including strategic studies, civilian-military relations, and foreign policy.
NDI has 4 research and teaching areas: foreign policy and diplomacy, strategic studies, human security and development, which I must tell you the President insisted that must be a core part of what we do, and also civilian-military relations. We will soon commence our first class with the Certificate in Defense Studies. On the horizon, we're planning a full undergraduate program as well as a master's degree in defense studies. Among the subject areas we will research and teach, and folks, I do have to tell you, it might sound like a long list, but generally speaking, within the degree, even within the certificate program, we'll be able to cover a substantial amount of the topics and issue areas I'm about to detail.
The National Defense Institute will be based at the University of Guyana. More news coming up in just a moment.
Are you ready, Guyana? Join us on September 6th, 2024 at the Marriott Guyana for the Connect Real Estate Mega Summit. the premier event for developers, investors, and industry professionals. This is your chance to connect with global leaders, explore groundbreaking projects, and discover investment opportunities in one of the fastest-growing real estate markets in the world. Whether you're looking to invest, develop, or expand your network in real estate, this summit is where you need to be. Let's build the future of real estate in Guyana together. See you there.
Your own home is so much more than just four walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Are you ready to elevate your career with a world-class education from the comfort of your home? The University of Excellence Management and Business, UEMB, Guyana's premier accredited and recognized tertiary institution, invites you to join one or more of our comprehensive 145-degree programs. Registration is now open for our next intake on September 9 and every 2 months thereafter. Enroll now and secure a 50% scholarship. Choose from an ABA, BBA, MBA, MPM, EMBA, EMPM, and LLM degrees, available in 14 specializations. Whether you hold an undergraduate degree, a diploma, or relevant professional qualifications, apply. We are an accredited degree-granting tertiary institution in Guyana. Our programs are also equivalent to a USA Regional Accredited degree. Submit your completed application form, proof of entrance qualification, and any form of ID. For more details, visit our administrative office in the Critchlow Labour College, front building, Wolford Avenue, or call 225-1395, 225-1397-9, 618-3434, and 681-3434. Progressing to a degree is as easy as ABC with UEMB. Deal with the best and forget the rest.
I can't wait until tomorrow.
Yes.
Start packing this, yeah?
I ain't start packing yet. Usually I pack a couple hours before and I go. Drive. I got my phone, I got my keys, my charger, my
Procrastinating planning for the future? Well, that's never a good idea. Let Demerara Mutual and Demerara Fire and General help you get started with planning for your future today. I'm with Dem.
For the best and most affordable way to ship to Guyana, ship with Fist Freight. Sign up and take advantage of our business accounts, consolidation, a login portal to view your shipments, and if you shop on Amazon, we'll help you get the taxes you pay on Amazon refunded. That's money back in your pocket. We love bringing you savings. Sign up today and get started for free. Pick up locations in Berbice and in Georgetown.
Well, let's tell you now that Attorney General Anil Nandlal has announced plans by the government to update the country's cybercrime legislation with a new regulatory framework that will specifically cover social media. Appearing on his weekly television and social media program, Issues in the News, the Attorney General said he has become tired of seeing citizens being harassed and slandered on social media. He warned that the government will not sit idly by and ignore attacks using social media. Mr. Nandlal said the abuse of freedom of speech will not be condoned.
There is no country whose laws, none, including the United States of America, where the laws are quite liberal, nowhere the laws will justify or permit the type of publications that emanate from these social media platforms. So the time has come in Guyana for us to pay serious attention to regulating cyberspace, because currently it is completely unregulated and it is the platform for the slaughtering of people's reputation, people's character, people's social lives, and the lives of their family.
In recent weeks, some government officials have been filing and threatening lawsuits against a number of social media personalities while claiming to be victims of slander. Mr. Nandlal said the attacks have also been extended to private citizens, and those attacks have been causing tremendous harm to people's character and their reputation. He said condign penalties will be introduced.
And the penalties for violation of this regulatory framework must be condign. What we have here is an exceptional situation, and an exceptional situation requires an exceptional response. My area of responsibility is the law, and the law is one of the main mechanisms to regulate human conduct and regulate human affairs.
And the Attorney General also said social media in Guyana has been a free-for-all, but the time will come when all social media will be regulated by new laws to be introduced by the government of Guyana.
The duty of a state and the responsibility of the government holding office in that state is to bring regulation to that which is unregulated and causing public harm. And this onslaught emanating from the public, the social media platforms, are causing public and private harm in this country. And it will not continue without a reaction from the government.
The Attorney General said the Cybercrime Act is under review and amendments to the Act will be taken to the National Assembly when the Assembly resumes. While the current government appears to be now making moves to regulate social media and end its free-for-all, it has been silent over the years on those social media pages that have attacked persons critical of the government. Many of those pages are linked directly to key figures in the administration. And under a previous PPP government, there was even the presence of a rapid response unit that would attack critics of the government on social media. While the cybercrime legislation was introduced and passed under the previous APNU AFC government, it went into full use under the current administration. Now to that massive drug bust in the Region 1 area. Declaring that Guyana will not be used as a conduit for criminal activities, including drug smuggling, President Irfan Ali today vowed to tackle drug trafficking head-on and to break the back of the criminal networks operating here in Guyana. Reacting to the recent 4.4-ton cocaine find in Region 1, the president said Guyana is committed to dismantling the drug network here and will do so with the help of its international partners.
Make no mistake, the bus is not the end of the matter. We have every intention, working with our partners, to destabilize and break the back of all criminal networks, especially in drug trafficking, operating within our territorial space and in our airspace.
The president also said the country is in the process of securing assets to deal with all of the overflights in the country's airspace, since drug trafficking is a major threat to the country's national security.
We are ready to work with you in dismantling the global empire that drug trade has created. But we need that support. We have to work together. You have a partner in us. You have a partner in us. And part of that partnership is for all of us, not only the US and Guyana and the region, but for every stakeholder, because we see today how the trade is changing because of prices and demand, and Europe is being severely impacted. So all of us have a joint responsibility
And noting that the government is serious about tackling the drug trade, President Ali said the recent drug bust in Region 1 is just a tip of the iceberg.
This operation, therefore, is a clear demonstration of our resolve to combat narco-trafficking and to protect our nation from being used as a transshipment point for the movement of illicit substances.
Guyana has been used as a drug transshipment point for years for those drug pushers operating in parts of South America and the US and Europe. The recent drug bust was led by the Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit with the support of the Guyana Defense Force and the US Drug Enforcement Agency.
Are you ready, Guyana? Join us on September 6th, 2024 at the Marriott Guyana for the Connect Real Estate Mega Summit, the premier event for developers, investors, and industry professionals. This is your chance to connect with global leaders, explore groundbreaking projects, and discover investment opportunities in one of the fastest growing real estate markets in the world. Whether you're looking to invest, develop, or expand your network in real estate, this summit is where you need to be. Let's build the future of real estate in Guyana together. See you there.
The Guyana Elections Commission GCOM is currently conducting a national registration exercise. Who can register? Anyone who will be 14 years or older by December 31st, 2024 and is a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, naturalization, or is a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more. Types of transactions. Anyone eligible for registration is required to visit the registration office responsible for his or her area of residence to apply for registration. Persons who are already registered could apply for a name change if they have changed their names since they were last registered. Apply for corrections if there is incorrect information on their national ID cards. Persons who are desirous of conducting any of the above transactions must provide the relevant supporting documents. Persons who are already registered could request that their photographs be retaken if the quality of the photographs on their ID cards is unacceptable. Collect their new ID cards if they have not done so as yet. This registration exercise will end on November 29, 2024. For further information, please contact GCOM on the following hotline numbers: 225-027729, 226-6557, 223-9650, or visit the GCOM website at www.gcom.org.gy.
Your own home is so much more than just four walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Bust the flavors. We're full of flavors. Bust the flavors that me crave for. We're full of flavors. Tell your neighbors about the bust the flavors. Grab a bust the flavors. Yeah, thirst buster. Grab a buster. Bust the flavor, taste the savor. Bust the flavors. Bust the flavors.
Well, tonight, as the investigations into the discovery of the 4.4 tons of cocaine buried near an illegal airstrip in Region 1 widens, the investigators from Kanu are examining the alleged involvement of police officers who may be stationed in communities in the area. When Kanu launched its probe of illegal airstrips and the movement of drugs in the region, the police in the area were left in the dark. Kanu turned to the Guyana Defense Force and the U.S. Drug Enforcement Agency for support. Now there are reports that the move by Kanu may have been triggered by allegations of police collusion in the movement of illegal aircraft and drugs in the Region 1 area. Questioned today about those reports, the director of Kanu, James Singh, said the acting police commissioner and the crime chief have both been briefed on the reports.
And from all indication, most of the persons involved in this are foreign nationals. There is some speculation that there was some local assistance. That is still being investigated. As you alluded to just now about the involvement of police and other law enforcement persons, the Commissioner of Police and I had a meeting last evening along with the crime chief, and we're working on that together.
But Acting Police Commissioner Clifton Hicken said he is unaware of the reports of the possible involvement of his police officers. Mr. Hicken said he first learned of the allegations through the media.
I don't know about that. I saw something published in the papers. We don't do it like that. If there's an involvement, there will be an investigation. And Suku's leading in this regard. Kanu's leading in this regard.
And Kanu's director James Singh said it is clear from the terrain of the area where the illegal airstrip and the drugs were discovered that there must have been some local support.
Gordon, we both know the area. This could not have done without some assistance, and that is why we're working with the various agencies as well as engaging persons in the communities to find out who might have assisted. Did they know what they were doing? Were they duped into saying they're building a mining airstrip for a mining concession, or did they know exactly what? Because something of that magnitude, if you're having a plane there, as you said, we had to build an airstrip, we had to supply the plane with fuel. So all these things show that there was some connection here in Guyana. We just have to know how far.
The Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit is receiving international assistance with its investigations into the massive drug bust, which resulted in the seizure and destruction of $200 million worth of cocaine. President Irfan Ali, Acting Police Commissioner Clifton Hicken, and the head of the Special Organized Crime Unit, Assistant Police Commissioner Fazil Karambash, all dodged questions today on the ongoing investigations of alleged acts of corruption within the Guyana Police Force and the alleged involvement of senior officers. Just after launching the National Defense Institute, President Irfan Ali was questioned on the issue by reporters, but said it is the Special Organized Crime Unit that is handling the matter.
Matter that is on the investigation, that's a matter that SOCO is handling, and they're doing so independently, so I can't give it.
Have you heard? Acting Police Commissioner Clifton Hicken hopscotched around questions on the issue and said it is the head of SOCO who should be asked questions about the investigations.
Yeah, but I'm not interfering with that matter. I give him latitude to do exactly what he likes to do in terms of the investigation.
Contacted today by news source, the head of SOCO, Assistant Commissioner Karambash, would only say that the investigations are ongoing. He denied reports in another section of the press that the probe has been drawing blanks. Almost 2 months ago, Assistant Police Commissioner Calvin Brutus proceeded on leave to allow an investigation into claims against him of financial impropriety amid reports of widespread corruption in the Guyana Police Force. Mr. Brutus has been relatively silent on the issue, but the investigation against him has been widespread. As part of the investigations, SOCO sought and was granted an order to freeze a bank account, which was reportedly linked to Mr. Brutus's wife. The investigators have also been examining the accounts of the police force's credit union after noticing some accounts with unusually large deposits. Security officials in Guyana and Trinidad and Tobago have launched an investigation into a bomb threat made against the Cheddi-Jagan International Airport and the regional carrier Caribbean Airlines. The threat was received through a phone call at the Caribbean Airlines Customer Call Center in Trinidad and Tobago, and the authorities have so far determined that the call originated in Guyana. Once the threat was received, security officials in both Guyana and Trinidad and Tobago were alerted. During the phone call, a man who indicated that he was calling from Guyana warned of a life and death situation that could take place at the Chedijaga International Airport and aboard a Caribbean Airlines flight. In the rambling phone call, which was heard by news source, the man claimed to have been part of a group that was planning an incident against the airline and the local airport. He said he was no longer part of the group, but wanted the authorities to be warned. While he was questioned about the threat, he told the airline employee that she was asking way too many questions, and he demanded to speak to a manager of the airline. News source understands that the telephone companies operating in Guyana have since been contacted to assist with the investigations and the possible trace of the caller. Police officials in Guyana have confirmed that an investigation into the threat is ongoing. Just last week, a threat was issued against the Marriott Hotel in Georgetown. It was later determined that a threatening phone call was a prank. There has been no arrest in that case.
Are you ready, Guyana? Join us on September 6th, 2024 at the Marriott Guyana for the Connect Real Estate Mega Summit, the premier event for developers, investors, and industry professionals. This is your chance to connect with global leaders, explore groundbreaking projects, and discover investment opportunities in one of the fastest growing real estate markets in the world. Whether you're looking to invest, develop, or expand your network in real estate, this summit is where you need to be. Let's build the future of real estate in Guyana together. See you there.
GCOM is currently conducting a national registration exercise. Who can register? Anyone who will be 14 years or older by December 31, 2024 and is a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, naturalization, or is a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more. Where to apply for registration? You are required to visit the registration office that is responsible for the registration of persons in your area of residence to apply for registration. Office hours, Monday to Thursday, 8 to 12 hours, 13 hours to 16 hours 30, and Friday from 8 to 12 hours and 13 to 15 hours 30. The offices will be closed on weekends and holidays. This registration exercise will end on November 29, 2024. For further information, contact GCOM on 225-0277-9 or visit the website www.gcom.org.gy.
Win one of 10 great prizes in the Mobile Dip and Win promotion. Win a motorcycle, TVs, shopping sprees, or free mobile lubricant. Just buy any mobile lubricant, collect your entry form, complete it, and drop it into boxes provided at leading stores. Yes, buy any mobile lubricant and have a chance to win great prizes. Promotion ends October 2, 2024. Mobile lubricant, proven performance for your engine.
What was supposed to be a night of celebration turned into disaster after 4 friends who were all drunk left the bar in the city without a designated driver. Designate a driver. Don't drink and drive.
Guyana's economy is rapidly transforming, and we're all part of it. Guyoil is at the forefront of this development by providing reliable and efficient energy and supporting community development from the very core. 100% of Guyoil's profit goes back to building schools, roads, and other important infrastructure that connects our cities and towns, providing fuel to domestic, marine, industrial, and aerial transportation. Guyoil has now repositioned itself as a market leader in the petroleum industry, building a better future for all of us.
Across the region tonight, let's begin in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, where the National Assembly has passed legislation making it illegal to consume alcohol during funeral processions. The new law has taken full effect. The new law does not extend, however, to alcohol consumption within cemeteries due to challenges in defining cemetery boundaries. On Tuesday, 13 government lawmakers, including the Attorney General, supported the bill. The new law imposes a fine of up to $200 EC for violations. The opposition did not back the bill, arguing that while they do not support alcohol consumption during funeral processions, the law could create more issues than it resolves. The opposition leader Godwin Friday, who opposed the bill, was absent during the vote. Prime Minister Ralph Gonsalves, who introduced the Public Order Amendment Bill 2024, described the legislation as straightforward. He explained that the law makes it an offense to possess or consume alcohol in a funeral procession along highways, roads, or other thoroughfares. The penalty for violating the law upon conviction is a fine not exceeding 200 Eastern Caribbean dollars. The Barbados-based Caribbean Climate Outlook Forum says cooling temperatures in the equatorial Pacific may possibly result in a progressive transition to La Nina, while near-record warm tropical North Atlantic Ocean is set to continue. In its latest Caribbean Climate Outlook publication, the organization said an intense peak and tail end of 2024 Atlantic hurricane season, the Caribbean wet season, and the Caribbean heat season will see frequent and intense episodes of oppressive humid heat. In its outlook for the period September to December, the organization also said, though unpredictable conditions in the atmosphere can at times present barriers to extreme activity of three types of seasons, and they are unlikely to persist throughout the period. It said during the period May to July of this year, a record warm tropical North Atlantic has continued to fuel record-breaking temperatures. And finally tonight, international news. In the US, at least 4 people were killed and 9 others injured this morning as a gunman sent students and faculty members at a Georgia high school desperately scurrying for cover and forcing schools across the country into lockdown. 4 people were killed in the shooting inside the Apalachee High School, according to the Georgia Bureau of Investigations. Law enforcement sources told CNN earlier that approximately 30 people were injured in the shooting. It was unclear how many of those injuries were from gunshot wounds. The suspected gunman is believed to be a 14-year-old boy, according to law enforcement sources in Georgia. The source said it is not yet known whether the teen attended the same school, but the suspect is alive and in custody tonight. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting and encouraging you to have a safe rest of the night.